So here we are, part 3 of the first full day in Havana, so technically day 2. And I did a bunch of those walking streets, and eventually they turned into less and less walking streets and more into straight up barrios where you come across smells that you're not quite sure what they are, but you know that whatever it is, it's not pleasant. So I hung a right and I made my way back down to the main boulevard here in Old Havana, which goes up against the bay. And as you can see, this area is kind of in a little bit of disrepair, but I'm looking ahead maybe a half a mile or so, and I see some cool buildings and what look like modern hotels. So let's just head on down that way. I would go across the street, but as you might be able to see over there, it looks like it's high tide, and the waves are crashing up against the wall and up and over onto the pavement. So I figure a picture of things getting wet is better than me getting wet. So here we go. Again, lots of old cars out here. Really, you're not going to see any American cars past probably 1962, maybe. You get the occasional Mercedes, and you got like an old Volvo there. But other than that, you've got the really old classic American cars. You've got I don't know how the heck they're still running, 1983 Toyota Tercels. They're like this. It's an old like Suzuki Swift or something. Some newer Kias. But like this batch coming up here, it's an old Peugeot, a Suzuki, a Hyundai, a really old Chevy, another old Chevy, about a 56. This is like a 52 or 53. A Hyundai Taxi. A console, I have no idea what that is. Another plaza out here. Definitely seen better days for sure. And I'm going to try and navigate getting across the boulevard here. So I'm going to wait until this dies down and try and get. Looks like the pathway widens a little bit. So wait till dude in the moped gets past me here, and try and get across the street here, and hey, success. So out here on the, I guess this is the Havana Bay. It's a bay or just the Atlantic Ocean, but all I can see is water. I don't see anything really else out there. But I don't know what these things used to be. They're round. They're kind of divided up like a pie or a pizza with symmetrical slices and something in the middle. And then there's there's a little tunnel going under there. I don't know what that's for. I don't know if that's for water, because it's not really something people can walk under. I guess there might be steps there, but it's not very high, not very tall. Across the street there's a statue of some guy on a horse up on its hind legs. Looks like it's getting restored. Now, if I remember correctly, and I don't know if this holds true here or not, but when there's a statue of somebody on a horse with only its hind legs, that means they got killed in battle. I think I read that somewhere. And I just stepped in something. Thankfully it wasn't dog poop, it was like seaweed. Dude over here is fishing for his dinner or lunch. Not sure. Really interesting improvised vehicles here. Not many people here have money, but that dude on the bike, I think does. It's neon, it's new, it's a new bike. So he's got something going. And almost everybody here's got a hustle. Kind of respect that, right? They're all pretty much trying to sell you something you don't want at a jacked up price. And they don't take no until the third no. So I kind of respect that. Across the street, looks like you've got some more tourists. You can kind of tell by the fire engine red hair. And some more buildings in dire need of a facelift. Kind of cool. Bit of the bay here. Is kicking up and over, so I'm going to back up a little bit closer to the street so I don't get soaked. So I just bought a bottle of water. This little, I don't even know what you call it. It's not really a store, it's not a deli. It was like somebody in a doorway that had a little refrigerator and they were selling bottles of water. So I got the big bottle. So it's probably 1.5 liters. Cost me 250 pesos, which is like $2 and change. And I open it, and it didn't really seem like I was buying a sealed bottle. Like, they got it empty, in really good shape. They might have filled it up with tap water and closed it up real tight, because when you opened it, or when I opened it, I didn't really get that feel of a broken seal. So I'm really kind of apprehensive to drink it. Much like any third world country, I really don't think you want to drink their local water. So I think I'm gonna find somebody who is like hanging out on the street asking for stuff, hand that person the bottle of water, and just kind of move on to next, and chalk it up as a loss. All right, well, it's looking like we're getting a little bit better over here. A little bit. Again, no idea what I'm going to find down here. So why don't we wrap this up until something new and interesting comes along.